Steel sharpens steel. And it means that you grow stronger when you're surrounded with others who are strong. And as part of that process, you have to be willing to have those tough conversations, even when they're uncomfortable. Because those tough conversations, they're gonna challenge the norms. They're gonna challenge your current way of thinking. They're gonna cause you to stretch. They're gonna cause you to expand. They're gonna cause you to see things in a different way. And that's the goal. Hello, and welcome back to the Create Your Next Breakthrough podcast. This is your host, Edmund, and I'm excited to have each and every one of you join me for this week's episode. And today, we're going to be talking about another aspect of inner game, and that's the self-talk. So what exactly is that? What exactly is self-talk? And why is it so important? And the thing is, inside each of us, there's a voice. So there's a voice inside our head. And this voice, it can either be our best friend or it can be our worst enemy. You ever see those cartoons where a character's trying to make a decision and then all of a sudden an angel appears, right? An angel appears on one shoulder and then a devil appears on the other shoulder. And they're both saying different things. They're both saying the complete opposite thing. Well, the same thing happens in our lives. It might not be an angel and it might not be a devil appearing on your shoulder, but that's exactly what it can be like in our heads when we're facing a decision. So one voice is pushing us forward and is saying, go for it. You're meant for this. This is your time. While the other voice, it's pulling us backwards and it's saying, play it safe. Don't risk it. You're not ready yet. And I bring this up because it's such a perfect illustration of what happens in our heads every single day. And we're constantly dealing with these two voices in our heads. And there's one voice that lifts us up and it pushes us towards our dreams. And it tells us that we're capable of amazing things. And then there's the other voice. So there's the other voice that pulls us down and it reminds us of the past failures. And it tells us to play it safe. And so it's up to each and every one of us to take responsibility for the thoughts that we have each day, for the words that we use, both to ourselves and to other people. And they can be our best friend or they can be our worst enemy because it's either leading us towards the directions of our dreams or it's leading us away from our dreams. And the beautiful thing is, at any point in time, you can change. A lot of people think that they have a strong inner game because they've read the books, they've listened to the audios, they've attended seminars, or they're part of different coaching programs. And all of those help. But that doesn't always translate to a strong inner game because to know and not to do is not to know. And that's a quote that I really love. Let me go ahead and say that again. To know and not to do is not to know. Just because you've heard something doesn't mean that you know it. Just because you can recite it back, it doesn't mean that you know it either. You know how you know that you know something? It's when you're living it. It's when you've internalized it. It's when it's a part of who you are. And that's a key component of a strong inner game. It's when you're living your life and you're absolutely blown away by the results and you're loving every single moment. And that's how you know if your inner dialogue is supporting you or it's not supporting you. So what can you do to strengthen that inner dialogue? What can you do to make it so that the words that you're saying, that self-talk, it's supporting you? You got to first have the awareness of the words that you're using. But that's not always easy because they can be hidden in plain sight. And you might not be able to see them and you might not be able to hear them. And that's the power of having a coach. That's the power of having somebody who can see those blind spots, who can help you uncover them. Because when you can do that, that's when the breakthrough occurs. That's when the light switch turns on. That's where the true change occurs. Steel sharpens steel. And I love that phrase. One of my mentors said that to me earlier this week. Steel sharpens steel. And it means that you grow stronger when you're surrounded with others who are strong. And as part of that process, you have to be willing to have those tough conversations, even when they're uncomfortable. Because those tough conversations, they're going to challenge the norms. They're going to challenge your current way of thinking. They're going to cause you to stretch. They're going to cause you to expand. They're going to cause you to see things in a different way. And that's the goal. And that's going to happen because we're bringing to light what's been hidden all your life. when we can shed light on those blind spots, that's where the breakthrough occurs. And so if you're ready to embark on this journey, know this: you're going to get stronger. You're going to get stretched. You're going to get expanded. You're going to discover those blind spots that are holding you back. And it might not be comfortable and it might not be easy, but you're going to love it. And for the first time in your life, you're going to see yourself for who you are. And that's that you're a champion, that you're a winner, that you're the best. And in the upcoming weeks, I'm releasing a new program that addresses the inner game. It's going to help you uncover those blind spots. It's going to help you step into that most powerful version of yourself. It's going to help you create a life that you love. And if you know that this is for you and you definitely want to be a part of it, then go ahead and make sure that you visit the link below to add yourself to the waiting list so that when it comes out, you're going to be one of the first to hear about it. And as we conclude, here's what I want you to take away from today. It's that your inner dialogue, that voice inside of your head, it's either moving you towards your dreams or it's moving you away from your dreams. There is no neutral ground. Every word that you say, either to yourself or to somebody else, it's either empowering you or it's limiting you. Now, take a moment, either today or throughout the week, to reflect on the following. Think about the biggest dream that you put on hold. What's that inner voice telling you about it right now? What is it saying? What's that voice saying about that dream that you've been putting on hold? Because that voice that you're hearing, that's been shaping your reality. That's the voice that's been determining what's possible and what's not possible in your life. If you want to change things in your life, you have to be willing to change things in your life. You have to be willing to get uncomfortable. You have to be willing to let go of those old BS stories, because that's what they are. They're just BS. And you got to be willing to let them go and create something new in your life. I love you all. And I know that wherever you are in life, whether life sucks or life's amazing, that there's always another level that you can reach. And I'm committed to helping each and every one of you get there. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and I'll catch you in the next one. And here's a special bonus gift for our listeners. We're all about getting you into alignment so you can live a life that you love. It's a breathwork meditation that I highly suggest that you do. Go through it, experience it, and share with me the results. You can access it at www.createyournextbreakthrough.com, or you can check it out in the description below. This has been your host, Edmund. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.